It seems like you managed to gather the embers. In that case, just offer it to the divine butterfly.
It'll be fine. Let's just do as she says.
It's a success! The path has appeared.
All of you have indeed passed the trial.
The sound of a butterfly's wings.
I'll be back shortly. Of course, our promise still stands. But now, it's time for me to sacrifice myself. If the West Wind ever ends, let that be the place where we reunite. Farewell, my love.
Lady Calypso, this is...
It's nothing much. Thank you so much for your help. Now, it's time for me to fulfill my part of the promise.
Well, in that case, I can start. You're actually Circe's, right?
Oh my. The children of humanity have passed the final trial at last. I was wondering when you were planning to expose me. How did you know?
The riddle-like trials, your distrustful yet sincere character, referring to Nestia as your love, and... The head of the Litophagus is actually called Medea, and not Calypso.
Since you knew from the start that I was not who I said I was, why did you wait until now to expose me?
Because I did not believe that Circes would walk this world in a human form. I was also afraid that the Titans were under the control of the Black Tide, and would do us harm. Also, to make a claim, one must have evidence. This is the precious knowledge that I acquired during my time at the Grove.
Excellent. To think we were able to gain a new chance at life in the midst of death.
Well, shouldn't you also tell us why you went through all the trouble of setting up these riddles?
Oh, the reason's quite simple. I needed your help, and just like how you were wary of me, I had to ensure that you were not villains who were trying to get their hands on the core flame. I also had to ascertain that you were capable of dealing with the threat at hand.
Is this threat related to the Black Tide?
Indeed. And it's even more related to that lost item from before. Its owner is a quiet and paranoid hunter who seems to have been reborn from the Black Tide and is attacking along with it. As I could not do anything about him, I split my body up and escaped to avoid harm. I bided my time for a chance to seek assistance. Unfortunately, this was not a sustainable long-term plan.
What you mean is that you hid your own core flame?
Indeed. I split it into 3. I hid one within the golden bough of vows, and sealed another in the amber, along with Nestia's remaining embers. As for the last one, it's currently in Anaxa's body, which is in dire need of repair.
What? Do you mean that you're using such a method?
After all, the scholars of the Grove have always been willing to lay down their lives to defend my core flame. As a respected god, it would be too embarrassing if I were to do nothing and simply watch the children of humanity give up their lives for me. Especially that heretic named Anaxa. He did not even hesitate to tear his soul apart and use it to perform a miracle. He trapped all the creations of the Black Tide within the Grove so that they would not be able to harm others. His way of thinking was so out of the ordinary that I felt it would be a waste for him to meet his demise in the Black Tide. And so, I decided to save his life. Of course, this also meant that I was able to conceal myself and remain hidden. Well, that's also an equivalent exchange, right?
Mem, 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 mem.
What a smart little bunny. This way, I'll be able to regain my true form, and you will be able to bring the core flame and your teacher back to Akama. We'll also take down the black-robed swordmaster at the throne, together in one go.
But, Cersei's, aren't you the reason Titan?
Even if I do not have the authority of strife, I'm still a god. I just need you to buy me some time against the warrior's blade. Once the core flame is reformed, I'll be able to show my hand. Excellent. Then just continue climbing to reach my throne. Turn the golden bough of vows into firewood to reignite the core flame of reason. I'll leave it to you, children of humanity. May you be blessed with good fortune.
It seems like a fierce battle will be inevitable.
Don't worry, Trigan will protect everyone.
Ahead lies the Luminary Throne, and also the battlefield that we're about to step onto.
Memmy, what's wrong? Memmy,
Is this Professor Anaxa? Cersei's was right. He's indeed here.
Who is this black-robed guy? Mem, memmy, mem, 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 mem. Mem. Mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem. Mem, memmy, mem. Mem, mem, mem. Mem. Mem, mem. Mem. Mem, me, mem.
Everyone, brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the black tide that Circes was talking about. The black sword and cloak. The owner of the piece of cloth. The north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
You're not demigods. Stand down or die.
Mem! Run! Mem, mem, mem! Mem, mem, memmy, mem! Trian will also protect everyone! Trian is brave!
Miss, only this time, may death protect us. Be careful.
One slash. Two slashes. Three slashes are enough.
Who exactly are you?
Blessed.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the children.
Expand your thinking.
So powerful. Circes was right.
Nothing but a fall.
Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown. Mimi!
Hedge your bets. It's on me.
Expand your thinking.
Return to the
Go, stubborn one.
offer your souls to the fire.
Not good.
Be reduced to
In that case,
Can't be killed in a single blow. You are indeed no ordinary human.
How annoying. Since the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity.
Professor Noxa? No. It's Circes.
Stubborn one.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The truth burns everything in this world. It's bleeding.
Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy. Expand your thinking. Watch a crow.
May the foul stench dissipate. Yeah.
Sure, I'll play along.
Open sesame.
I'm about to be overwhelmed. Fighting is so much more tiring.
I don't have time for games. Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Time to cleanse the children. Mimi! Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy. No! Look out, everyone!
This is bad.
Century Gate, open!
Phew. That was a close call. Thank goodness that we returned to Akama unharmed.
Little Cass, my head, it still hurts. Sorry. I know you told me not to open the gate.
Please don't blame yourself, Lady Trianne. If it weren't for you, we would have already met our end at the Grove.
I feel awful. I need to go back to get some rest.
Lady Trianne, you haven't been well since you woke up. Are you sure you can make it back on your own?
All this noise and commotion. Akama hasn't changed a bit, has it?
Are you Professor Anaxa?
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, Anaxagoras of the New Sporists.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that. Professor, let me be frank. The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and retrieve the core flame of Circes.
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who witnessed the entirety of the disaster, as well as the defenseless bearer of a core flame. Are you going to bring me to Aglaya to fulfill your duty?
That is indeed my duty, but I prefer not to present you to her as a captive or spoil of battle.
Fine. There's no need to make your life difficult. I'm not against meeting that woman. But I have some things to take care of first. The families of some of my fellow Grove Scholars live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaya, I want to visit them.
Because Lady Aglaya will probably be against it.
Let me guess. That woman will not only prevent me from visiting the families of the deceased, but will also suppress any information about the Grove. She's always been that cold-hearted. My fellows at the Grove gave their lives defending the core flame and fighting the Black Tide alongside me. Their families deserve to know the truth.
You intend to do it without her knowledge?
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my loyalty? I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more anger on her face. Are you going to stop me, Castorus?
I will accompany you, but please understand that Lady Aglaya has her own considerations.
You truly have the makings of a fine scholar, putting yourself in other people's shoes like that. Let's go. I won't go overboard.
So, after all these years, you and Lady Aglaya are still...
Neither of us is narrow-minded. You should know the root cause of our conflict.
Hello. And you are?
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, you are Callinicus's wife, right?
Yes. Oh, are you a messenger? No wonder I haven't heard any news for so long. There's been a change in personnel, hasn't there?
Ma'am, Callinicus passed away a few days ago, defending the Grove against the Black Tide.
So... did he manage to defend the Grove?
Huh?
Yes. He managed to protect Cersei's core flame, at the cost of his life.
I see. I'll select some of his possessions and pick a nice resting place for him.
Please let us know if you need any help, ma'am.
I come from Kremnos. Death and sacrifice are things I've learned to face with composure. You know, Callinicus, even though he was a scholar, he'd always ask me to teach him how to fight whenever he came back. Isn't it funny that a Chrysos heir like him wants to learn from an ordinary person like me? I've been prepared for this for a long time. In times like these, any ordinary goodbye might just turn out to be a final farewell.
I'm really sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I was once a warrior, and I'll find my way back to the battlefield someday. With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos, I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide, and seek vengeance for my husband.
Oh, hello, young ones. Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you the father of Keinani and Artakama?
Ah, yes. Did my daughters cause trouble at school again? Alas, forgive this old brain of mine. Both of my daughters graduated long ago, and they are now scholars at the Grove. As I get older, memories from years past tend to blend together. What's the matter, young one? Why so quiet? Did my daughters really get into some trouble? If they refuse to apologize, just let me know. Their old dad can still talk some sense into them.
What should we do? I really can't tell him.
Mr. Fabio, the Black Tide took Keinani and Artakama.
What?
They fought until their last breath against the Black Tide to defend the Grove. As the Chrysos heir stationed at the Grove, I failed to protect them. Mr. Fabio, if you're upset...
Don't put it that way. Even if my Artakama wasn't one of the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy, she was still a heroine, wasn't?
What's that?
What's wrong? I'm busy. There's a lot going on in the city, and I've got my hands full.
Mister, we're sorry to bother you, but...
No, wait, Lady Casters, did Lady Aglaia send you because of some mistake I made at work?
Keep your cool, Titus. I'm Anaxagoras from the Grove of Epiphany, and a colleague of your father, Old Titus. A few days ago, your father passed away.
Wait, what? My old man died? That's no shocker. At his age, he was due for the River of Souls any time. Just up and left me behind. That old man. I've been telling him for ages to stay in the Holy City and enjoy his retirement. But no, he just had to go off to that grove and mess around with those scholars. Still wouldn't budge after all those arguments. That stubborn old thing. I already got him a retirement home and was waiting for him to come around. All my effort is wasted now, and he didn't even give me a chance to say goodbye. That bull-headed old man, stubborn as a mule.
That is it. That's all the colleagues' families that I remember.
Good work, Miss. And Professor Anaxa.
Let's go. Take me to see Aglaya.
All right. I'll lead the way.
Please, careful, not the spirit thief.
Let's go back for another soap.
Miss Castoris, my lady, you're back.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaya. May we trouble you to inform her of our presence?
My apologies, Miss Castoris. Lady Aglaya has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone.
That's just great. She refuses to see me. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaya order you to take directly to prison?
Who are you?
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is easy. Let's wait here a moment, and I'll try to contact you using my slate.
It's fortunate I have to confront that woman while harass his body. Castoris and his friend I had on chance to know. I'll take my vote today. That time made a readjust on our own. I still take things from that. I don't want to stay a second long with this noisy if I can.
Please be careful. Aglaya isn't grove. This is a place.
It's covered by her cold threats. I know. That woman is extremely confident I won't escape grasp. Don't worry. As I said before, I'll mind behavior.
Miss, so many unexpected things happened in our journey to the grove. We truly had no intention of putting you in danger. Let alone face that black tide on. Black tide is not just an enemy of Akama, but all of them furious. Even back when the forces drive the Holy City, their warriors still undeniably hold the black tide outside Castrum Remnos. This was important now sits vacant, and the black tide has returned. The grove is an academy with best understanding of the black tide. It should have fallen so easily, and yet it was taken overnight, leaving the city divided in tears, haunted by the spirits of our heroes. The trial of strife is imminent. I pray I might be able to feel his resolve soon. The Lily Tree once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphoreus to repel the black tide. But even they have no recollection of this powerful enemy in all their journeys. Perhaps all the strife has triggered more terrifying events in unseen places. As for me, I detected a strong stench of death and humanity. But it wasn't because I had a connection with Thanatos. I'm afraid it's purely because it has sent out countless others to deaths. Speaking of Thanatos, Miss, there is something else I wish to verify with you. You must have an idea of the curses I are behind now. I was born as a shadow of death, a poison shot by all living beings. Yet you caught me in the grove. I'm curious why you were affected by my power, Miss. My apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered, what is my connection to death? Why am I inextricably linked to Thanatos? Miss, you must tired of feeling lonely these past days. Please set aside the tragedy of Grover now.